During our trip to France, we visited Bordeaux, the wine capital of the world. So naturally, we booked several wine tours. The wine did not disappoint, but to our surprise, it was the city itself that was the highlight of our stay and became our favorite city in France. When most people think of France, their minds go straight to a romantic stay in Paris or the glitz and glamour of the French Riviera. But skipping Bordeaux is a mistake you do not want to make. This city has so much going for it, and there's something about Bordeaux that really sets it apart, and it's not what you would expect. So stay tuned to the end of the video and we'll reveal what makes Bordeaux truly extraordinary. We'll also give you a breakdown of the costs of our 5-day stay. We're Tanya and Martin, and we've been traveling the world, going to all the places that we've always dreamed of visiting.
We've still got plenty of places to go, so please join us as we plan our travels and continue our journey around the world. We made a booking on Expedia for our stay in Bordeaux. The hotel was in a great location with easy transportation from the train station by tram. It was a nice hotel and they did offer a continental breakfast, but for €15 each, we didn't think it was really worth the price. The rooms were comfortable and well decorated. Our only complaint was that it was almost impossible to shower without getting the floor wet. The next day we grabbed our traditional morning coffee and strolled down to the riverfront. This was once an industrial area, but it underwent major revitalization starting in the early 2000s. It's now a lively promenade featuring cafes, event spaces and beautiful parks where you can sit and have lunch or wait for your ferry to arrive.
From the riverfront, it's impossible to miss La Place de la Bourse. This is an iconic square with majestic classical architecture that embodies the elegance of the French Enlightenment era. It was once a symbol of Bordeaux's prominence as a thriving port city. At the square center is the Fountain of the Three Graces. The fountain features the mythological Three Graces, symbolizing beauty, joy, and abundance. The square hosts cultural events, light shows, and festivities throughout the year.
The Place de la Bourse is reflected in the water mirror, which is the largest reflecting pool in the world. The pool covers about 37,000 square feet and is made of granite slabs. It has a thin layer of water, less than 1 inch deep, spread across its surface. The shallow water perfectly mirrors the surrounding buildings. Make sure that you have waterproof shoes with you because you're going to want to step onto the mirror. Or you can just go barefoot. The water mirror alternates between phases of reflection, mist and emptiness. In the reflection phase, a thin layer of water creates a pristine mirror effect. In the mist phase, jets release a light mist every 15 minutes, creating a foggy appearance. And in the empty phase, the surface is drained, inviting people to walk across it. The water mirror is definitely one of the main attractions of the Bordeaux riverfront.
Le Pont de Pierre, or Stone Bridge, is an emblem of the city and gracefully spans the river with its elegant arches. Its 17 arches correspond to the number of letters in Napoleon Bonaparte, who commissioned its construction in 1819.
You can easily walk across this bridge if you are a pedestrian, or you can take the tram across it.
The city's narrow cobblestone streets lead to treasures like the Grosse Cloche and St. Andrew's Cathedral. The Grosse Cloche, or Big Bell, is a magnificent bell tower that stands as a gateway to the city's medieval past. It's one of Bordeaux's oldest and most cherished landmarks, dating back to the 15th century. The tower houses a 7,750 kilogram bell, which would toll to mark special occasions or warn of approaching danger. Not far from the Grosse Cloche is another architectural marvel that dominates Bordeaux's skyline, St. Andrew's Cathedral. This 12th century masterpiece is a shining example of Gothic grandeur and the religious heritage of the region. Another thing that made Bordeaux our favorite city in France was the food. I don't think we had a single bad meal there during our 5-day stay. In every restaurant we went to, the food was absolutely delicious. One of our favorite meals was at the Brasserie Bordelaise. We both had beef cheeks cooked in red wine. There were mashed potatoes and fresh vegetables. We got this recommendation from Les Frenchies' YouTube channel. Bordeaux's food rivals its wine with a vibrant culinary scene that ranges from Michelin-starred restaurants to cozy bistros. Another highlight of our time in Bordeaux was exploring its beautiful gardens. We hopped on a ferry to the right bank of the Garonne River to visit the Botanical Garden. The Botanical Garden in Bordeaux is a lush contemporary space dedicated to nature, education, and environmental stability. A series of ponds and waterways create a tranquil atmosphere and attract wildlife. The garden showcases a mix of carefully curated and naturalistic landscapes with meadows, wetlands, and groves interspersed with geometric flower beds. Back on the left bank of the river, we visited the Jardin Public, a historic park in the heart of Bordeaux. Dating back to 1746, it's designed like an English garden. We wandered along winding paths, enjoying the open lawns, and crossed quaint little bridges over the park's pond. The park also had a picture-perfect restaurant where you could enjoy a long, relaxing lunch. One place you must visit while in Bordeaux is the Cité du Vin. This world-renowned wine museum is more than just a museum. It's an immersive cultural and educational experience dedicated to the history, art, and science of wine. Its stunning architecture, inspired by the swirling motion of wine in a glass, is an iconic landmark in Bordeaux. Inside, you'll find over 20 incredible areas that dive into wine's profound role in history, geography, culture, and society. One of our favorite sections was the Geography of Wine. This interactive area takes you on a journey through the world's major wine regions. Digital maps and multimedia presentations reveal how climate and geography influence wine production. There was a 360-degree immersive experience that walked us through the wine harvesting process. There was even an interactive exhibit where you could virtually tread grapes. One highlight was the sensory exhibit, where we tested our ability to identify wine aromas, textures, and tastes.
Before leaving, we stopped at La Boutique, the museum's shop, which is filled with a very large selection of wines and wine-inspired souvenirs. We spent a solid 5 hours exploring the Cité du Vin and still didn't experience everything that it had to offer.
And finally, what made our stay in Bordeaux so extraordinary? As travelers, we're always thrilled to find a city with a convenient and modern transportation system. But what we didn't expect was how that system would make Bordeaux so appealing to us. The tram system had mostly cleared the city center of cars, which made it so relaxing to stroll around and enjoy the city's charm and rich heritage without the constant buzz of traffic. It lets you fully appreciate the beauty of this incredible destination. Bordeaux's tram system is one of the most efficient and modern public transportation networks in France. Until its introduction, Bordeaux faced significant traffic issues with its narrow historic streets unable to accommodate the increasing number of cars.
It covers over 48 miles of track, serving the city centre and extending to suburban areas, including the Bordeaux airport. Instead of overhead wires, trams draw power from ground-level rails, preserving the city's aesthetic charm. Bordeaux was one of the first cities in the world to implement this technology. Trams run daily from early morning until late night, with peak service intervals as short as 5 to 8 minutes. Tickets are incredibly affordable, just €1.70, valid for 1 hour with unlimited transfers, or €5 for a full day of unlimited travel. We purchased our tickets from vending machines at the tram stops using our iPhones, but you can also purchase them using an app.
The tram system added so much to our Bordeaux experience. It wasn't just about the transportation, it was about enjoying the city to its fullest, relaxed and stress-free. It had the charm of a smaller town, but was also cosmopolitan. If you're planning a trip here, the tram system is something you'll absolutely love.
Another way that enabled Bordeaux to keep their streets clear was to put bollards at each end that only allowed service vehicles and other authorized vehicles through. So here are the costs for our 5-day stay in Bordeaux. The train from Marseille to Bordeaux was $96. The hotel was $703, and our food was $605. Activities were $386, which included a full-day wine tasting tour, for a total of $1,790.
So the food, the parks, and the fabulous tram system that cleared the city center of traffic were the three main things that made Bordeaux our favorite city. But the city also had a great vibe to it that is difficult to explain. We felt very relaxed there, and no one seemed to be in a great hurry. If we could pick one city in France in which to stay for a month, then Bordeaux would be it. Does Bordeaux hold the same mystique for you as it does for us? Or is there another city that captured your heart in a way that you can't quite put into words? Please let us know in the comment section, and if you'd click on the like button, we'd really appreciate it. Subscribing to our channel will also notify you when we post our next video. We'll see you in the next video.